So when Tiger Woods announced he'd be making a comeback at the Genesis Invitational, golf fans expected something spectacular. Not that they didn't get it, but what Tiger did triggered the golf community and almost everyone went crazy. To the 15-time major champion, it was simply a harmless prank with his buddy Justin Thomas, only for the prankster's actions to land him in hot water. So what did Woods do with his longtime buddy, and how did Justin Thomas react to this supposed prank? Stick around till the end to find out the details. So Tiger Woods is once again making the headlines. No, he's not attacking Live Golf, and no, he's not calling out Greg Norman. You see, earlier this year, there were fears that Tiger would never compete professionally again due to the extent of the injuries he sustained in the auto crash nearly 2 years ago. Remarkably, though, the 15-time major champion made an epic comeback at golf's flagship event by teeing it up at Augusta National for last year's opening major championship. The 82-time PGA Tour champion remarkably made the cut before finishing the week in 47th. Following his top 50 finish, 4 days after competing across the brutal Georgia course, Tiger was seen limping off the 18th green. He later confirmed that the rest of his career on the American circuit would be part-time. Speaking after his return, the 3-time green jacket champion admitted, "I won't be playing a full schedule again. It will just be the big events." However, Woods sent social media into hysteria when he confirmed his return to the PGA Tour. He tweeted that he was ready to play an actual PGA Tour event, with loads of players at the WM Phoenix Open delighted to hear about his return. Tiger's colleagues in the sport, like Jason Day and Tom Kim, commended him while expressing gladness that he'd be back on the greens. The limited playing schedule in recent years has seen Tiger drop to 984th in the world rankings. Woods had been due to play at the Hero World Challenge last December, only for him to withdraw days before the event. The tournament host suffered from plantar fasciitis in his right foot, and the inflammation impacted his mobility. This led to him being non-committal over his schedule for this year, suggesting he can practice, just not walk, ahead of last December's PNC Championship, before adding that he should have allowed his foot to heal. The legend's 2023 return comes at a competition that is close to his heart, with Tiger the tournament host of the Genesis Invitational, while the iconic Riviera course is where he made his tour debut in 1992. Woods soon made his long-awaited return to PGA Tour action at the Genesis Invitational, with the golf world relishing the 82-time PGA champion's latest comeback. Tiger's appearance at Riviera Country Club is his first start at a non-major on the American Tour since the October 2020 Zozo Championship, with the 5-time Masters champion part of a star-studded field containing all current top 30 in the FedEx Cup standings and 23 of the world's top 25 players. So yeah, the golf world was ecstatic that after a couple of challenges that bedeviled his career, the golf legend was returning to competitive golf. But what was their reaction after his comeback? Well, Tiger's controversial prank went wrong, and virtually everybody had an opinion. Paired in a star-studded group with Justin Thomas and Rory McIlroy at Riviera Country Club, Woods was able to outdrive his 2 younger opponents on occasions at the LA course, and on the 9th hole, something very shocking happened. Woods hit it further than Thomas from the tee, and he was seen slipping a tampon into the right hand of his friend as the pair walked toward their second shots. Thomas took the tampon before swiftly dropping it on the grass, after which the duo could be seen laughing and embracing.
Right there.
To Tiger, it was some form of prank that he never expected to be blown out of proportion. As a matter of fact, neither Thomas nor Woods were asked about the incident in their post-round interviews because everyone took it as something buddies do to each other. But the joke and its connotations left many pundits and viewers unimpressed. Sky Sports commentator Sarah Sturck was one of the first media personalities to react to the incident, saying she was left unhappy while labeling the prank crass. She suggested that Woods was trying to send an underlying message to his rival that he drives the ball like a woman. Sturck also added that Woods was making a case that female players are inferior to males. "To be honest, I think the incident was crass and disappointing," said Sturck in a commentary. While admitting that Tiger and JT are good friends, so it was seemingly done in jest, she said Woods' behavior speaks volumes of his concept about women. Sturck also went down memory lane, recalling some challenges that took him out of the scene, like his auto crash and subsequent injuries. So she expected that when Tiger eventually returned, he'd have it behind his mind that there were multiple cameras with millions watching from around the world before pulling the prank. Sturck opined that many people have taken an interest in it because of how extremely disappointing it is for the most recognizable golfer on the planet to put himself in a position to be exposed in this way. He passed the tampon and it's basically saying, "Hey, look, I've outdriven you. You're simply driving the ball like a woman." Sturck continued, "My overriding feeling is that the most prominent golfer on earth shouldn't be handing a tampon to his colleague mid-round at a PGA Tour event. He says it was a joke between them, but the optics don't look too good. You're entitled to your opinion, but that's mine." Everyone apparently wants to give an opinion on the issue, and a former golfer, Sophie Walker, didn't want to be left out. Walker said Tiger's actions were really poor, adding that what really made it disappointing was that it was obviously premeditated and wasn't just an off-the-cuff thing, because the 47-year-old doesn't carry tampons on him normally. But Dame Laura Davies, an accomplished British golfer, and the first non-American to finish at the top of the LPGA money list, played it down, describing it as a misplaced joke and banter. The World Golf Hall of Famer said Woods probably meant no harm, but due to his status in the game, when he does it, everything just gets magnified. Take it or leave it, Davies does have a point. This is coming from someone with 87 professional wins worldwide, including 20 on the LPGA Tour and 4 majors. In her career, which spans over 3 decades, she's obviously seen the best and worst in the sport. But don't tell that to the fans who were quick to rip the 15-time major champion to shreds. In the case of these angry feminists, it was game on as they literally ripped him to bits. One fan called him out for being a narcissistic womanizer who goes around handing tampons to his colleagues, while another called the tampon joke disgusting, saying it diminishes the power of women in sports. She concluded by saying Woods has a lot of unlearning to do. And as if Tiger hadn't had enough blasting for the week, a women's empowerment group, Women's Global Empowerment Fund, called him out for his tampon prank. The chief executive of the group, Kara Sugar, said Woods' gag was misogynistic and straight up disrespectful to girls and women all over the world. She questioned the American if he insinuated that periods are embarrassing or a sign of weakness. Great question, but for all this Twitter user cares, maybe Tiger should be handing out red tampons on Sundays. Nice one, bud, but it wouldn't have been funny if these feminists came calling for your head. Following the backlash to the prankster himself, golf's golden boy turned bad boy, apologized for his actions, stating that it was supposed to be all fun and games, but turned out the wrong way. Tiger said, "It was supposed to be a joke, but it didn't turn out that way. It was just friends having fun. I didn't mean to offend anybody."
Yeah, it was supposed to be, all fun and games, but obviously it hasn't turned out that way.
And here's the part that sets off another round of backlash. If I offended anyone in any way or form, I'm sorry, it wasn't intentional. Yeah, you heard that right. He just said, if. Woods was afterwards slammed by Olympian Michael Johnson. Johnson, who took issue with the golf legend's apology, lambasted him for starting the apology with, "If I offended anyone." Michael, who came down hard on his fellow athlete, tweeted that Tiger hadn't learned anything and wasn't sorry. But while Tiger was trying to make sense of the criticism coming from all corners, a female golfer turned social media influencer came to his rescue. In a tweet, Paige Spiranek defended the 47-year-old, saying, "If anyone tries to cancel Tiger over this, we riot. It's funny." But in all these, the real question should be, how did JT react to the incident? Was he offended? No. What about Tiger? Dude was literally surprised that what he intended to be a prank brought him to the headlines for the wrong reasons. But what do you make of Tiger's friendly gesture to his buddy? And we'll catch you in the next one.